So this is an interview for President Nixon. What's your name?
Emma Skaggs, S-K-A-G-G-S.
Okay, let's start off. What do you remember about the campaign or the election itself of President Nixon?
Well, not a whole lot. Gosh, what do I remember about the campaign? I just remember mostly him making his speeches and holding his hands up in the air. You know, when how he was, where he'd do like this, and let's see, he was running against who?
No.
Was it Ford?
No.
No.
I was after.
I'm trying to think.
Here, it's on there.
Does it tell you?
I think, right?
No, we just have Nixon.
Is it? Oh, I guess not.
Ford? Was it Ford?
Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Ford. Yeah. Yeah, it was, he was he was a strange, kind of a strange man. I think he had, I think he was Quaker, and just was very different. It's about all I remember about, I don't remember much about the campaign. I think I voted for him because he was Republican. I believe that I voted for him. It's about all I remember.
Okay, that's good. So, the next question, did you vote for the winner or loser? Why?
Well, I voted, I guess, for the winner because I remember I voted for Nixon, and probably because he was Republican, and at the time I was Republican.
Okay, thank you. So, to what political party was he? So he was Republican?
Yes.
Okay. And what did that party stand for at the time?
Well, I think that they were more for the people than the Democrats were. I think the Democrat was more government and less for the people. And I knew that he was a Christian, although he was a Quaker, and I didn't know much about Quakers.
Okay. Thank you. So what are some of the major national and world events that you remember from the time?
Let's see. God, it's been so long, man. Oh, geez, some of the major and national events. I don't know, we may have to pass that one for
Didn't
a
he
minute.
do the Watergate scandal?
Yes, he did do the Watergate scandal. It had something to do with, what was the Watergate scandal?
I think it was some kind of robbery or something.
Yeah, they broke in to get some information or something. I don't remember much about it.
Thinking about American culture at the time, what were some of the music, movies, and TV like? Or in other words, what did young people do for fun?
Well, I think that, jeez, you're talking to an 81-year-old woman, and I can't remember much about,
Just anything you can.
Let's see, what were my kids doing at the time that, that's been how many years ago? What year?
It was 69 to 74, so maybe like 30, 40 years ago.
About 30 or 40 years ago. Let's see, my kids were all young. We were living out in Paradise Valley, and I think that, I can't remember what we were doing that long ago. My kids were all in sports, so I guess sports was even big then, because they were all they were all in sports, and let's see what happened with Nixon. How in the world did he get in anyway? Who was running against him? Did you say?
I think it's General Ford.
Gerald.
Oh, Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
Gerald Ford. Let's see. I guess that Gerald Ford just wasn't as well known as Nixon. I remember the Nixon girls were pretty well known, and but I didn't know at the time that I voted for him that he was Quaker, but which was okay. But I didn't know much about him. I just remember I voted Republican.
Okay. So, but by the end of Nixon's presidency, had you changed your mind about how you felt about him?
Well, of course, because he was not an honest man. Yeah, I had changed my mind about him.
And when you hear Nixon's name, what's the first thing you remember?
Of the scandal of, that he went through. He had a very nice wife and two lovely daughters, but I remember, what they had to go through with the scandal.
Okay. And how did you feel about the U.S.'s direction? Like, was the U.S. going into a good direction?
I think so. At the time, I think we were, and I think that because of the way he governed, that we were headed for a change, which would have been Democrat,
And what affected you the most during his presidency?
That he was an honest man. I thought at the time when I voted for him that he was an honest man, and I found that he wasn't an honest man and didn't have much integrity.
Thank you.
You're welcome, hon.